पतंजलि पावरमीटर प्रो रेसलिंग लीग सीजन को को-स्पॉन्सर बैवल में अब वक्त है महिलाओं के 75 किलोग्राम यानी कि 75 किलोग्राम पर कुश्ती का। हरियाणा हैमर्स की ओर से लड़ रही है भारतीय मूल की कुमारी किरण और जयपुर निंजास की ओर से लड़ रही है स्वीडन मूल की फ्रांसन।
So bout 6, Haryana Hammers leading in this match 3-2, but Kiran, their wrestler in this one, very up against it against Fransson, the bronze medalist at the Rio Olympics from Sweden, and she immediately goes into the lead with a 1-point push-out.
Fransson is a former world champion, bronze medalist at the Olympic Games at Rio as well. She's really a tough contender to go up against for Kiran.
Yeah, and it has to be said, Kiran, one of the weak links in the Haryana Hammers side. She's lost all 4 matches that she's contested. Bouts that have all gone against her. Once she was blocked. But it's a contest I'm sure that Haryana Hammers would not be expecting to win. So she puts up a good performance, it would be a terrific bonus.
That it would be, but Fransson really is the favourite. Another takedown there. So 2 points to the Swede. She's leading 3-0 now.
You've only got to look, Raman, at the muscle tone around the shoulders, and she looks stronger, doesn't she?
Oh yes, Fransson. I think she's also taller than Kiran, has a better reach as compared to the Indian grappler. It's clearly showing. The only time Fransson lost was to Erica Weeb, remember? And even in that bout, she was actually leading on points before Erica Weeb woke up, and the Olympic champion that Erica Weeb is, came with a superlative performance, winning by fall.
Yeah, I think woke up is a bit unkind, Raman. I mean, it was a great fight, and she did pull it out of the bag just in the final few seconds. It was one she could easily have lost.
And that's exactly what I mean, John, that the champion woke up. You try and find ways when everything seems impossible, and that's what Erica Weeb did, because Fransson was very dominant in that bout as well.
I think that's passivity. Not happy about that one at all, Ashok Kumar. And you can't blame Kiran for desperately wanting to keep her opponent at bay, but they don't call them grapplers for nothing. It's a contact sport.
Oh yes, it is. But this is really going to be a tough ask for Kiran. She's won the gold in the national championships in 2015, bronze at the senior nationals in 2016. But really, when you're up against an Olympic medalist, it's a completely different ball game altogether.
And the Fransson will actually be keen to conserve a bit of energy here, because she will be realizing she's going to have a tougher fight if they get through to the final. And keeping herself in good shape, gets the push out there for another point. That's 4-0 she leads. Well in control of this as we come to the end of the first round.
So one-sided bout for the Swede, Fransson. Kiran really hasn't had much say at all. Well, it's a semi-final. Can't take things lightly or for granted. But Kiran really has a tough ask ahead of her. The grappler from Haryana Hammers against Fransson, representing Jaipur Ninjas. Yeni was in the commentary box commentating with us a few days ago, and John, she said that when she's going into a bout, she pretty much just obliterates everything else from her mind. It's just about focus, about what she has to do on the mat, and that's exactly what she's done. Another push out and another point. That's an interesting one when you look at what she's managed, Jenny Fransson, so far. She's had her bouts against all Olympians. Was up against Vasilisa Marzuliak, won that 3-2 against Alina Makhinia, won that 5-0. Lost to Erica Weeb, the current Olympic champion, by fall. So the 3 bouts that she's had, and of course then she went on and fought Kiran and beat her as well against the Haryana Hammers. So barring Kiran's bout, all others have been against the Olympic contenders, so to speak.
Indeed, people with Olympic experience. So she's had high-class competition and only going down to Erica Weeb. Kiran, she beat actually only 3-0 in that match 5 during the league stage of the competition. Perhaps realizing they were going to come up against each other again and conserving herself. Although these wrestlers are very used to fighting up to 6 competitions, 6 bouts in one day. So this 6 minutes of wrestling in a day, some of them don't like it. They don't feel they ever really get out of second gear.
And for the Haryana Hammers grapplers, it's their second bout in 24 hours. Remember, they were in action yesterday as well. But they're in supreme physical condition. You've got to give it to these grapplers. When you talk about 5 or 6 bouts a day, and you're talking about that at the Olympic level, at the World Championship level, so it's really tough.
Well, having got that 5-point lead, it's 1 minute to go, and Jenny Fransson is very definitely conserving energy, and Ashok Kumar, I don't think very happy. That's a takedown. 7 points now the lead. Back to the middle, half a minute to go, and certainly this looks to be going comfortably the way of Jenny Fransson.
You can just see Utkarsh Kale warming up for the Jaipur Ninjas. His bout is up next, the men's 57 kg category, where Sandeep Tomar and Utkarsh Kale go up against each other. For the moment, this bout seems to be heading Jenny Fransson's way. The grappler from Sweden is doing exceedingly well, and you see there's tension writ large on the faces of the Jaipur Ninjas camp, their support staff. They need this win to level the tie up again at 3 apiece.
Well, they're certainly going to get it now. Yeah, just a couple of seconds to go. There's not going to be another score, and Jenny Fransson punches the air in triumph. Job done, she says. And that levels the match score up at 3-3. It's going to go down to the last 3 bouts, exactly what we'd have hoped in a semi-final. And they promise to be terrific bouts as well. And as Raman was saying right at the beginning, I think it could come down to Gadizov against Urikadze. There's confirmation of the score. 8-point victor, Jenny Fransson. There the table, 3 each, and we'll go to a break.